Okay. So yes, today we're having a nice, gentle class. Um, and the only requirement is that you feel comfortable and honor your body. So we're going to start. If you have a yoga block, feel free to sit on it. I'm going to sit on mine this morning as I get ready to sit cross-legged. And I'm just going to adjust this so it's in range of the camera. I do these Zoom meetings on my phone, so that's why the screen kind of looks narrow. So I'm sitting cross-legged on my yoga block. You can sit on a couch cushion if that feels better, or just sit on your mat. I'm going to let my hands rest on my inner knees. Be aware of my spine as tall and straight as possible. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and then comfortably let your eyes close shut. And start to feel that you are walking through that doorway into this yoga practice, leaving everything behind you as you walk through the doorway. The past week, there's been a lot of things going on in the world. We're leaving all that behind now as we take this time just to connect to ourselves again. So begin to or start to invite the breath to move in and out of your nose. The breath has an amazing effect on the mind and the body. So with this in mind, start to invite the breath in and out through the nose and allow yourself to be open and receptive to the feeling of peace or calmness that it brings, the feeling of serenity. Keep the wave of breath flowing in and out of your nose. Keep your spine as tall as you can. We'll be here for a few moments. Let your eyes gently blink open. We're going to take a side stretch to the right now. So the right hand reaches, maybe fingertips on the floor, left arm goes up and over. Keep the waves of breath flowing and be open to broadening the left side of your body, your chest, your rib cage. Maybe it's been a while since you've even stretched out the left side of your body. Now we're just going to gently come all the way up. Take that left hand across your chest to the right knee. Take your right hand behind you, maybe on your fingertips, just like we did at the beginning. Let your spine grow tall and slowly look over your right shoulder for a very gentle, mellow twist, nothing forcing. Last breath in and out here in the twist, looking over our right shoulder. Then we'll unwind or unravel, face forward again. This time, left hand goes to the floor, seated side stretch to the left. Waves of breath flowing in and out through the nose, broadening through the right side of your body, opening the chest. One more breath in the seated side stretch. And then breathe in to come up. Take your right hand across your chest, pressing on the left leg, left hand behind you, spine tall. Inhale, exhale, look over your left shoulder. Last breath here in the twist. And we unravel, coming to face forward. Now, if you are seated on a block, you might want to safely lift up and remove the block, or at least I'm going to do that. You can recross your legs or not. We're going to again come to that cross-legged position, hands resting on the legs or on the inner thighs, and we'll start to lean forward, keeping the spine nice and long, chest broad, and we're going to begin to circle in a clockwise direction in our Sufi grinds. So this is in honor of those whirling dervishes, those dancers that start to dance and go faster and faster, but we're not going fast. And they kind of go into a meditative state. So let yourself follow your breath and what you're feeling. You might even close your eyes. It's a great stretch for the whole body, the whole lower back, the hips. Let's do one more in this direction and then come up just to reset. Take a breath. Then we'll lean forward once again and we'll start to circle in a counterclockwise direction now. Again, this wonderful stretch across the whole lower back and hips. Nice and easy to start, maybe staying nice and easy. Just being aware of what you're feeling. Let the breath help you. Also, nice stretch for the shoulders, neck. Let's go one more time, or two more, whatever you'd like, to meet back up again as we come back to center. Take a deep breath. Now we're going to move to tabletop pose. So if you're new to the class or to the practice, it's not hard to follow along. Tabletop pose is just all fours. Try to have your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. And always, if your knees are sensitive, you can pad them with a blanket or with a towel. So we're going to start in tabletop pose, and as slow and as thorough as we can, start to move through cat and cow. Cow is an inhale. You drop your stomach. There's an arch in your back. The reverse of that is cat. As we tuck our chin to our chest, these will feel natural to you, and we round our back. So as slow and as thorough as you'd like to go. Feel everything there is to feel while we're enjoying these, and everything there is to experience. And do it in a way that feels good to you right now. Feel the space in your low back, in your upper back. Feel the movement, everything there is to feel. Let's do one more cat and cow to meet in a neutral tabletop. That just means like a tabletop, okay? Now, be aware of your two toes behind you. Your two big toes come together, your knees open wide, and you stretch yourself back and relax your forehead on the mat. And just let those gentle waves of breath start to move in and out of your body. You may want your arms extended forward, or you might prefer to stretch them back. That might feel better. Waves of breath into the lower torso, into the hips, into the thighs. See if you can breathe into those areas. One more breath in extended child's pose. And then we're going to gently rock our head or massage our forehead side to side, left to right. This is like giving your brain a little vacation. We want to give our brain a little vacation. I don't know about you, but we have been bombarded over the past week with so much negative news. We need to distance ourselves or whatever is going on in our lives, just take a vacation from it. So just massage your head left and right. We want to get out of that thinking mode and into a feeling mode, feeling. All right, let's relax now back to child's pose. Arms are forward. And let's slowly come back up. Gather your knees back in. Gather your hands back into that tabletop pose. Tuck your toes. And we're going to take our first downward dog. Moving gently, feeling everything there is to feel as we're doing it. And if it's been a while since you've done a down dog, we're going to have a gentle, very accessible one today. So walk your feet out and up about an inch or two towards the front of your mat. So the base of our legs and feet is wide. We're still pressing down into our feet and our hands, but it's a little more gentle and accessible in this way. It gives your body a nice, full, yet easier stretch. Maybe shake out your head. Let the breath flow in and out through your nose. Give your body a nice stretch. Okay, now we're going to step our feet back in. Feet are close together or closer together like a traditional downward facing dog. And just see how that one suits you. If you're tight in the hamstrings, bend your knees accordingly. We're aiming to get that stretch in the low back and the spine, pressing down into our hands. All right, let's bend the legs a lot now. Now we're going to walk our hands slowly and meditatively back towards our feet at the back of the mat. Use your peace fingers to clasp your big toes. Of course, your legs are bent. Go easy. Keep your knees bent. If you cannot clasp your big toes with your peace fingers, that's okay. Just have your hands down on the ground. All right, if you want to try a flat back with your inhalation, let your back stretch flat. If that's too much for you, just stay folded forward. All right, once again, bend the legs and fold. Big breath out. Let's do it one more time, your choice, flat back or not. Inhale. And exhale to fold. Remember, you're going to release your peace fingers now or your hands. Now take your hands to your low back and interlace your fingers. Draw your knuckles towards the sky. Your legs can be bent or not bent, your choice. I'm going to keep mine kind of bent to begin. Now I'm going to open my chest to the right and keep my left knee bent, my right leg straight. I'm opening my chest to the right. Getting a nice broadening through my chest and collarbones. Good. Come back to center. Now I'm going to open my chest to the left, keeping my right leg bent and relax, my left leg straight. Or towards straight. Good. Broadening, opening. Now let's come back to where we were. Release your hands down to the ground. Remember, you're at the back of your mat. I had to step forward just to be in range with the camera. You're at the very back of your mat. Fold it over your feet. Now tuck in your chest towards your chest and very slowly rise up as you root down into your feet. Come up to a standing mountain position. Few waves of breath here. And as you are at the very back of your mat, I'll pretend I'm at the back of my mat. I want you to walk as slowly and as meditatively as you can to the front of your mat. Feel everything there is to feel with each step. I think we're at the front of our mats now. Let's take an inhale and circle the arms high as we reach for the sky, and then bring hands to chest. We're going to only do that one more time, and then we're going to move into half sun salutations. Inhale, stretch the arms out and up, fingers press up, and then two. All right, so if you haven't done half sun salutations, just be patient and gentle with yourself. Here we go. We're going to inhale, circle the arms up, and then bring the pressed hands down, bend the knees, and fold. Release. Now come to a flat back position, spine is straight. Breathe in, breathe out, and fold. Press your feet into the ground, circle your arms, reach up, and go again. Palms pressing, we fold. Hands touch the mat. Find your flat back. That's it. Exhale and fold. Inhale, circle the arms, rise up, move at a pace that works for you. We have two more. Exhale, fold, release. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and let go. Find your rhythm. Inhale, circle the arms up. This is our last one. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Stay folded. All right, hands on the mat. Step back only with your right foot. Pivot it and walk your hands towards the middle between your feet. You're in a wide-legged forward fold position. You can have hands pressing down or on your legs. Now find a flat back on your fingertips or use a yoga block. And then once again, fold. A great easy stretch for the inner thighs. Two more breaths here in our straddle fold. Now let your hands find your waist. At your own pace, press all the way up to stand. We're going to turn our right foot to the back of the mat. We're going to take our arms out to shoulder level, maybe turn the palms up and back and down a few times. Just an easy way to feel and experience your fingertips, your wrists, shoulder blades. And then with the palms facing up, reach the right arm up. The left hand touches the top of the left thigh. Reverse triangle. Broadening through the right side of the body. Waves of breath moving in and out. Feeling everything there is to feel. All right. Last breath here, and then we'll take our arms out to the shoulder height again. Moving into triangle, stretching forward, right hand to the right leg, left arm up. If you're just starting your yoga practice this morning, if maybe it's been a long time, feel free to look down at your right foot If you want to look straight ahead towards your device, you can do that, or look up at the ceiling, up to you. Now, let's go one step further. Take the left arm overhead for extended triangle, broadening through the chest, through the belly, through the back. And then let's just get a little flow with our left arm and shoulder. Left arm goes back, down, and around. Just a nice, easy way to get a little fluidity in that left arm. All right, let's come back where we started. Left arm up, press into your feet, and come all the way up. Arms out, pivot the feet forward. I'm just going to smooth this mat back a little bit. So we're once again in that straddle position. Let's bring hands to heart and take a breath. That might have been a lot for you this morning. Hands forward and open the chest, thumbs back. Arms forward, hands to heart. Let's go a few more like that. Waves of breath. Inhale, takes the arms back. Exhale, takes the arms forward and in. Go again. Inhale. Nice, strong legs. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. All right, good job. Now, let's take the arms out and pivot the left foot towards the front of the mat. And your right foot turns in a bit. Turn the palms up, reverse triangle. Broadening through the left side of the body. You're feeling and experiencing everything there is to feel in this moment. Turning your thinking mind off. We want to get into our body, out of our head. Give our brain a little vacation. Nice. Let's come back out with the arms. Start to stretch over your left leg for triangle. Look up or down. It's tricky to maintain your balance. That's normal. Press down into your feet, especially the big toes. Now let's go one step further with the right arm overhead, extended triangle for a breath or two. And then let's do that little flow. Right arm goes up, back, and down, up, back, and down. And repeat a few more times at your own rhythm. Hopefully these movements are accessible to all and you're feeling some benefit from them. Maybe not now, maybe you'll feel it later during the day. Let's go back where we started. Right arm up, press into your feet and come all the way up. Open the arms and turn the toes forward again, back to that straddle position. And inhale, hands to heart. Let's go again with the arms. Inhale, palms forward. Open the chest. Exhale, palms together, back to the chest. Two more. Now circle the arms down, out, and up. And hands to the chest. One more. Circle the arms. And as your palms come back to your chest, we begin to fold it forward and hands to the mat again. Head hanging. Now find that halfway up position, either fingertips on the ground or your hands on a block. Waves of breath, stretching back into any places that don't feel open enough or that feel tight. And exhale and fold. Now carefully begin to crawl your hands back to the front of the mat as you turn your left foot to face forward. Now take your right foot to the front of the mat and take a fold. All right, slowly roll it up back to the mountain position. Maybe add a circle of the arms as we stretch our arms up and exhale, hands to our chest. All right, before we go further, we're going to stop to practice an easy supported balance pose. So if you want, stand near a wall or a table or find a chair. You can do it supported or you can do it not supported. I'll demonstrate it both ways. So we're going to stand. We're going to put our weight on the right leg. You can be near a wall. You can even have your back to a wall. I'm just showing it with a chair. And bring that left foot, the left leg up. Maybe you can't get it this high. That's fine for the tree pose. Maybe it's a little lower. That's fine. So find the variation that you want to work with this morning and go for it. And I'm just going to check in on you guys. Waves of breath and work at your own pace. You don't have to be in the supported version at all. I'm just offering that as a variation. You can try to lift your left arm possibly, maybe reach your left arm up, keeping your right arm on the chair. Reach for the stars, reach for the sky. Feel that lift, that energetic lift. Good, last breath here. And then bring your left hand down, your left foot down. Good job, shake it out. So you can see that the supported version should be accessible to most of us. Now you can take your support or just turn so that your left side and your left hand is on the chair. The weight is in your left leg. Bring that right foot up. You can do it with the chair or without. So work at your own pace. We're standing on our left leg now. It can be a low tree or a high tree. So it is very important, it's almost critical, to practice a balance posture just about every day, especially as we age. You can never stop practicing the balance. You want to keep your balance, healthy, strong. It's always challenging, but the more we practice, the better we'll get at it, right? Maybe reach your right arm up to the sky, maybe not. And one more breath. We release the hands down, we release the right leg down. And if you're holding your support, shake out your legs. Even if you're not, give your legs a good shake. So practice your balance. Practice that tree pose every day this week. That'll be the homework. All right, let's meditatively put the chair aside. We don't need the chair right now. We're going to come to the front of our mat again in that mountain pose. And then circle the arms high to reach the sky. We've done this before. Bend the knees to spill forward, back to forward fold. Now we're going to do a yogi squat. So if you have not done one in a while and you're afraid that you can't get that low, please, that's fine. We're going to take our feet out, toes pointing out, so our feet are pretty wide. And just kind of snuggle your hips around left and right. Maybe this is as far as you want to go today in your yoga practice. But if you want to try to drop your hips and get into the hips, the ankles, it's a nice stretch, the yoga squat. Deep into the ankles, the knees. Another alternative, which I'll share with you, is just using that yoga block underneath your bum. You can always do that, okay? Anyway, a few more breaths in your yoga squat, whatever version you're doing, and try not to round your spine. Try to keep the spine long. All right, Last breath here in yoga squat, wherever you are, and then release your hands down behind you and just take a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. We're going to move not into cobbler's pose, which is this one. We're going to move into the diamond pose. So the soles of the feet are together, just push them forward so that your legs make the shape of the diamond. All right, so let's lean our chest forward. See how that feels. And then hands can hold under the ankles. We are going to lower our head, our forehead towards the feet. We're kind of rounding here. That's fine. We're aiming for that deep stretch across the low back. So see how you like the diamond stretch. Returning to those deep waves of breathing. If you do have that yoga block or pillow, you can put it on some one level that works for you. You can even rest your forehead as I'm showing. I don't know if you can see that. I have my yoga block and I'm resting my forehead comfortably and snugly and so cozy. I could stay here all day. It just takes a little bit of the pressure off of, letting the head hang. So you might want to try that for a few breaths or not. Oh, my new favorite pose, my gentle yoga favorite. All right, so wherever you are, I'm going to release that block and I'm going to slowly roll up. Let's all slowly roll up and then put your feet on the mat the space of your feet is as wide as your yoga mat. My yoga mat is the long way, okay, as you can tell. I'm going to bring my hands behind me, just nothing too fancy, just letting my hands, and I'm going to slowly let my knees fall from left to right, just like you would do if you were lying on your back, but we're seated for this one. If you want, every time your legs fall to one direction, you can turn your head to the other direction. You get that nice spiral twisting stretch. You can go as slow as you'd like. So follow your body, your decision whether to turn your head or not. Nice, one more. All right, and then all we do is face forward, bring our feet down to the ground again. If you have the yoga block, keep it close by. We're just going to come to lie down on our back. And as you fall to your back, gently press into your shins or your knees and give your back a massage. Now I have two variations of the bridge pose coming up. The first variation, we use the yoga block on the low level. So we have our legs bent, feet on the floor. We press our hips up and slide that yoga block beneath our low back, right at the sacrum. Now you might like this version, sits pretty gentle. If you don't want to practice the supported bridge, don't use the block. We have our feet pressing into the floor, we lift our hips, and we can keep our hands down or lace our fingers up under our back. You can practice one or both of these variations. Let's go hold the bridge for 3 more breaths. 1. Really broaden across the chest and the back. 2. Let your chin point towards the ceiling. And 3. Slowly release. And if you're on the block, slide it out. And we lower our back to the mat. Now you remember that windshield wiper exercise we did seated? Let's do it on our back now. Walk your feet out wide, toes point out. And it's not anything too tricky. We just keep our back on the ground and let the knees drop from side to side. You might just want to go 1 or 2 times, maybe hold the stretch. rather than going back and forth, I think I'm going to hold. Hold to the right, and when I'm done on the right, I'll take it to the left. So just windshield wipering at any speed or very slow, whatever you feel like doing. Awesome. Okay, let's come back to center. Heel toe the feet back in, raise your legs, and once again, hug your legs or just your shins. Give me a tight hug or a loose hug, and massage your back. Excellent. Now feet to the floor, soles of feet pressing, let the knees spill out. Put one hand on your heart, put one hand on your belly. Relax and come back to the breath. One more breath. All right, moving on. Hands back down. Knees are bent, feet to the ground. We're going to practice figure four. We're going to bring the right leg up and cross the right ankle over the left knee. Raise the leg, the left foot off the floor, feet are flexed. Hold behind your left hamstring. This is the figure four. Now, if you're too tight for this today, you can just keep the left foot on the floor and use both your hands to push the legs away. That's for folks that are really tight this morning. If you're not, hold behind the left hamstring. Now we're pulling the left leg in and we're pushing the right leg towards the front of the mat. Deep belly breaths. And again, I'm just going to watch you guys if you don't mind. Deep belly breaths. Hi, Gloria. In that figure four. Hi, Vanessa. Sandra. Hey, Pauline. Hey, Betty. Oh, what a joy. You're joined us today. All right. So from that figure four stretch, just another second there as I get back down to my mat to join you guys. All right. We're going to release our hands, release the foot down. Keeping in the same position with the legs, stretch your arms out to the side and let your legs in this position spill off to the right. So your right ankle is on top of the left leg or left knee. Good. Carefully press back up and we're going to switch sides. Okay, feet to the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, figure four. You can either stay here and press the legs away or legs up and hold behind the right hamstring, feet are flexed. Pulling the right leg in, pushing the left towards the front of the mat. You should feel a nice, gentle opening in the lower portion of your back. You should feel an opening in your hips. Working on strengthening the feet and the ankles as your legs are flexed. Last breath here in figure four. Yep, make it a good deep breath. That's it. And then gently release and bring your right foot to the floor. Remember, our legs are still in that position. Arms extended on the mat. Let your legs spill off towards the left and you look to the right. What are you feeling? What are you experiencing in your body? Try to give your brain that vacation. Brain is not involved. We're getting into our body. There are subtle messages in the body. Just try to find them. Good. And then all the way back up and go ahead and uncross your legs. One more time, bring the knees up, either hug loosely or tightly, massage your back, or maybe nose towards knees. Nice deep hug here. And then all the way down. All right, last thing we're going to do is stretch the flexed feet towards the ceiling. You can either reach your arms, flex your palms in in this position called dead bug pose, or you can find your feet for happy baby. Hopefully you can see that. Either dead bug or happy baby. And if you're in happy baby, you know what to do. Again, I'm going to check on you guys. From happy baby or from the dead bug position, why don't you just nice and mellow decide by listening to your body if there's anything else that you need before we move into our final posture, which is Shavasana, otherwise known as the heart and soul of our yoga practice, relaxation. So if you need anything else, do that. Otherwise, we're going to lie flat on our back. You can, oh, if it's cold, grab a blanket. Let the legs open as wide as feels comfortable to you. Your palms face the sky. Your fingers are relaxed. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out as you let go. Take a breath in and a breath out as you release and let go a little more. Last one. Inhale. And exhale slowly and fully and completely as you let everything go. And give yourself this beautiful, beautiful gift of Shavasana. Start to wiggle the fingertips, the toes, start to roll out the wrists and the ankles. Set your legs a bit closer as you stretch your arms over your head. One last stretch. And release, sliding your feet to touch the floor. Your legs are bent. Roll over to your right side using your right arm like a comfortable pillow. And we'll press up where we started, just in a comfortable cross-legged position. Eyes can still be closed, hands joined together at your heart. as you bow to your heart and your body and thank yourself for starting the day with your yoga practice and giving your mind a little vacation. I hope you practice some balance the rest of the week. Maybe just that tree pose. You keep your balance refined and strong. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. And feel free to open your eyes. I will unmute everybody. And if you guys want to chit chat, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you.
Good to do it again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sylvia. That's wonderful. Really like that.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, it's great.